I will show you, I will demo all the things, what I am talking right now. Please keep in mind, I will show you, then you can ask me all the question from the zero time to last time, whatever you have in your mind. I will clear all the questions. And I have always said that no question is small. Every question has its own value and worth. So, and let me get back. Uh, when we push the code in the GitLab and we transforms into our specific branch, whatever the branch is, we have decided that is the stable code
Shafaqat,
branch.
we still see the original screen. Have you changed the screen?
No, I haven't. I am right now. I am telling my audience that in the previous lecture, what we have, I am wrapping up the previous one.
Gotcha.
We'll continue it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And if we talk about when we get into the stable branch, that stable branch will push the code into our server automatically. Pushing the code into our server automatically is called CI, continuously integration, and that is being done by the pipelines. What are the pipelines? There are two types of pipelines. One is code pipeline and second is data pipeline. Because in every software there is a code, there is a data. If there is change in the code, then we write the pipeline that automatically transfer the code to the server, and on the runtime the user didn't even feel that a new feature has been inducted, and application is seamlessly working same. But same with the data pipelines, that maybe we will cover data pipelines in the next few lectures. But today we will focus on the code pipeline. And let's start and proceed further. If we talk about the containerization, that is very important. You people have to learn these things, that what is containerization. You know, the containerization is something that you put your code into a container, and that container is forwarded to the server, and where the server that container runs and deployed. So our application is first containerized and then forwarded to the to our whatever we can say, our server that is being served for the user. And there are few benefits of the containerization. These are lightweight. So in before time, they were VMs were used, and VMs are very VMs operating systems are there. The kernel and resources are so much. So the container doesn't have these all the kernel and etc. extra load. The container, what container have? Container have the limited resources, a limited runtime environment for the application that is being containerized and forwarded to the server, and where it provides our services whatever required. So that's why, what is the background? Basically the background is this, that developer says my code is working on my machine very fine, and and at your server or at your machine that is not working. So what we do, that is very dangerous thing, that developers doing coding and saying that things are happening fine but not over here. So we containerize the application of the developer along with all the dependencies and forwarded it to our system. And if we talk about the containerization, and that is also, I have given a lecture on this containerization, how to containerize. Again, I would recommend that if few people doesn't know what is the containerization, go and search search out for the containerization on our courses, on our university site, resources, or even on our YouTube channel. You can see containerization, and I have cleared everything. Hope if you have any question, you can ask about the containerization. But presently today we are focusing on CI/CD pipelines. CI mean continuous integration and CD mean continuous deployment. But today we are focusing on CI. Let me continue. That is the benefits of the container. I am again talking about these things. But if we talk about the application and how the application is being containerized, that on the left side you can see that is from the dev side, from the developer, and on the right side you can see to the ops mean operations, and dev mean developer. DevOps is a very unique field right now that has the maximum pay in all the world. If you people are interested, I would recommend you all please get into the DevOps. Although it's a very a bit tricky and difficult one, but if you get into you have get into this in almost starting or even making up 1 to 2 years, then you can earn more than anyone in this field of computer science, let me tell you. And DevOps field right now, and I am just discussing a basic component of DevOps, that is versioning control with CI. And if we talk about containerization deployment, that how the containers are being deployed. These are being deployed by the Docker over the Kubernetes cluster. And let me how to create CI, continuous integration, in Git. Let me start. I have a server. I have configured a few things for you people for this demo. And let's start right now and see what happens. And if you people have any question, and you can ask me, you can raise your hand, and let me settle down a bit things. And my screen will be available right now for you people. Okay, I have shared the whole screen for you people. Hope you can see. And let me see if any type of question, please. So you can.
Yeah, we have a question from Elvis.
Please.
Good to see you today.
Good to see you, Senor Eduardo.
Great to see you too.
Thank you. I just want, Siddiq, you've got me lost. So in simple terms, what you're talking about the coding of interface of software or what, in short? So is it Python coding or what are you talking about? Because you've got me lost completely.
I am talking about all type of codes. Whatever, if we talk about the Python, whatever, if we talk about Java environment, if we talk about Microsoft Visual Studio, .NET Core, Node.js, or JavaScript, anything, PHP, anything, whatever goes, whatever the software is there. I will in my demo I will show you a Python code also, and on PHP code also, how the GitLab manage these code, and how how we utilize continuous integration, and how we containerize our application and then forwarded it to the to our container or to our deployment environment. I'm talking about the whole software, whatever, right? Small code is being written. Okay.
So this containerization, basically you are talking about the engine interface in the sense or what?
Okay, I will, if we talk about the containerization, I will show you, I will create a code of, you can say, of PHP or Visual Studio, Microsoft, and then we containerize this. I will create a demo project and containerize this demo project and then push it into the GitLab. And after that, we will forward it to the build version, continuous integration. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Signor Eduardo.
Oh, yeah. Okay, G.
Thank you. You're just full of surprises, Elvis.
No problem at all.
Oh, we do have another
Okay, sir.
question from Ismail.
Please.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Sir.
Ismail.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good evening to you too.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning, doctor. Good morning, the presenter. Yeah, since we are dealing with the GitLab today, I have a quick question. And the question is this: what are some best practices for organizing and managing pipelines in GitLab?
Okay, let me differences. What are your questions? What is the difference? How to manage? Let me show you the demo. Then this question will be clear. Let me show you. Let me show you the demo. Then this question will be clear for you all.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there another hand is being raised? I think we have settled down, and you can see my screen right now. There are many projects over here, but for you people, I am going to start from the basic. This is the GitLab. This is the GitLab. And if we talk about that is being deployed on my on-prem cloud, on my on-prem solution, that is the IP of my computer from where I am going to connect with my GitLab. And this is whenever we install the GitLab, after that, this screen will appear in front of you, and we create a new project over here. Then I say create a blank project. For time being, I say AIU dash test project. I have created a project for you and initialize with the repository, and enable static application doesn't mean required right now. Create a project. I have created a project over here, and with the user of DevOps, I am the DevOps user. I have logged in using the DevOps user. You know, a new project has been created over here with a README file. This file is inside this project over here in the branch of main. There are different type of branches, but only one branch is right now over here, and there is a single file in the branch that has been initially created and initially created by the this GitLab. And let me show you for the most and first thing that how we push our code into the GitLab. Okay, let's start. This is the Visual Studio. Hope everybody knows this is the Visual Studio, and I'm going to create a new project over here. And if I get into this, I say that create a whatever, any project we can create. What can we create? Let's create a web application, ASP.NET Core web application with Razor pages. And here is, I'm going to create a new project with the with AIU, with the name of AIU, and replace the solution. No need. Then go to next. Here it is asking me .NET Core, long-term support, authentication type, none. Enable container support, that is very important. Enable container support, yes. Enable it. And there are what type of container support you want to enable in our new project what we are creating right now. I say in the Linux environment, we can create in the Windows environment container, and even in the Linux environment also. And then it says that what's the container build type. I select the Docker file. I would show you that it will generate a Docker file automatically, and that will be that will be used for creating the container. Let's go and start create. What we are doing, we are creating a new project, that is the test project over here inside my computer. GitLab is at some other end. Now it's a creating project. And then we will push our code into the our GitLab. Let's see. The AIU new project has been created, and I say it to run. Where to run? First, I will check that how it gives the output, and I am going to run it now as a HTTPS on the web server. It is building the code. It is building the code. You can see it will take some time. SSL, whenever for the first time. CIE claiming, yes. Yes. Do you want to install the certificate? Yes. That is the application. It is the certificate error because I have chosen HTTPS. Let's go to again and go something HTTP, so that it doesn't give us the error and show us what is the demo application being created by ASP.NET Razor. You know, this is the default page for the ASP.NET that has been created by right now for us by Visual Studio. Now, if we get into the code on the right side corner, you can see this is the Razor code that is being written in whatever the technologies we use, whatever the code technologies we use, doesn't matter. What matter that is being running properly or doesn't run. Now, I would like to show you the Docker file that is being created for this container over here. You can see this file is used to containerize our application, the whole code. First of all, I would like to send this code to the, first of all, we will run it locally over here. Then we will send it towards our GitLab. And then we create pipeline for CI. I am again and again saying CI. CI is continuous integration and CD is continuous deployment. And deployment is something else and integration is something else. Deployment is, we called that deploys towards the server, but CI we say that is being built and ready to use. Okay, and right now this is pulling the image that will take some time over the network. So if taking the leverage, if there is any question, I can answer them, please. Have you any question, please, Ali?
Hello. Well, welcome, my teacher. Welcome, our teacher.
Yes, please.
Uh, well, is there any relation, Gilbert, to Microsoft Word? Microsoft? What is the relation?
Any relation with the Microsoft? Yes, there are the relationship or all the, you know, the, if we talk about the version controlling system, there is relationship between all the technologies are available. That doesn't mean that we are using PHP or we are using ASP or we are using Java or any other thing. In the versioning control systems of the GitLab or Azure DevOps or GitHub or any other web browsing versioning control that doesn't know what are the files coming to me, but they just know that what are the changes are being made in these files. Okay, now this is the project. How we clone the project. How we clone the project. First of all, this is a GitLab, and you know, we have created a project, and for cloning the project, we go on the top left side of AIU underscore test project and click on the code and clone with HTTP and click over here, copy the URL and go there where we go there on the desktop. For example, on the desktop, I open git bash here and give a command git clone that clone this repository on the desktop, and right now it is cloning. It may ask you for some credentials, and if credentials are also already available, then it doesn't want. See, a new folder has been created over here, AIU test. And if I open this folder, you can see there is a README file. That is the same file that was available in our initially created project by the GitLab. I select all and I say, welcome to GitLab DevOps. Welcome to AIU and GitLab DevOps. And I save it. When I save it, on the top left corner, you can see there are repositories, and I can push it. I go over here inside this, then right click over here and open and git bash here and give the command git status. You know, have you seen modified? It is saying that the README file has been modified. So what I say, okay, what I say, git add dot git commit space. These are three commands. Don't worry. Space minus n and first upload. Now it is saying that I have changed one file with the three insertions and 93 deletions. This is called the versioning control system. So I get again, I forwarded it and say git push. And it has pushed the code towards this. Now go to the GitLab and this is our code. I just refresh it and check. Now you can see DevOps authorized just now. Just now we have changed the code. And if I click on the README file, it says, welcome to AIU GitLab DevOps. You know, I have deleted everything from there and right there on my desktop and push it to my GitLab on this. And if I got into the history, you can see on the initial commit, it says 14 minutes ago, the initial commit was this, and there was 93 editions and one file has been changed and all the data is being saved. If somebody wants a previous one code or previous thing, whatever he has written over there, even he has put a single dot inside this and push it to this version control system, that is the GitLab, and then it will keep tracking the changes. And if we get back and see the first line just 1 minute ago, this is the file. Now it is saying that all these things has been deleted and this thing has been added. You know, over here +3 insertions, 93 deletions. 3 mean 93 lines has been deleted. These are 93. 93 lines has been deleted and only 3 lines has been written over there. So this is the versioning control, how we use the versioning control using like this. Now, for example, I have a code and I have a code and I want to push it into this repository, then how can I push it? Okay, this is the next target, that how can we push our code that we have written over here or we have created over here, and how we push it. What we do? Just nothing, just a simple step we have to perform. This is the AIU test folder. This folder is being linked with our application. For example, I have a PHP website, and for you people, let me see this website. I have a PHP website with a deployment, and everything is available. Okay, what I do, just copy this. Let me show you what is this website is. It is in the Visual Code. Open folder, and on the desktop there is a USC website. Is this folder. I have selected this folder. This is the PHP website. The PHP, you can see HTML head.php and these things. And if I see these things over here, and these all the things are available. I just copy these things. I just copy the code of PHP website into the folder where I first delete this, and after that I paste my code over here. What I have did, I have pasted my code in the folder that is being created when I clone my project from the GitLab here. From this option, I have cloned this. Okay, and let's see, in AIU test at the div, all the code is there. Now what we have to do, we have to push our code. Open git bash here, that git add git status. First of all, I will show you what are the things. It is saying that readme is being modified and all these new folders and files are being placed over here. I say git add all the changes inside this folder and push it to the git. It is git commit space -m and PHP website uploaded and git push. It will take some time. Let's have a question from yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you, Senor Eduardo. My question before Siddiq gets me lost, I need to have instant brain to comprehend this, yeah? Or a manager brain. Maybe I will understand more. So what you're basically saying in terms of all these codes, you develop in the lab and then in containerization before deployment. Where is the link? Where is the link to this? How do you link them, all of them? At initial or at the tail end, at the deployment?
The link
Yeah.
is
Pardon?
basically the containerization.
The voice is not clear. It's not clear. You are disappearing.
Have
Yeah?
already completed the containerization and more focusing on the containerization. I'm just right now pushing the code into the GitLab and show
Oh, okay.
you how to create CI pipeline in using the GitLab. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So at the lab is where everything you have to create all the application in the lab before the deployment. If I get you right? Hello? Are you getting me?
I have the
Hello?
Kubernetes.
Seems we have a network problem.
Over
Oh, your voice is
here, we
going
can
up.
deploy it in our Kubernetes on the prem solution, and we can deploy it right now over there. But today we have limited time. We just create pipeline for continuous integration.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Was that clear?
Hello?
Hello, Ismail.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ismail, please.
Yeah, thank you, the presenter. I'm back again. Yeah, you said we should ask question right now on the continuous integration and continuous deployment. But in the presentation, you said CI rather, which is continuous integration, is in use. And then CD is deploy, which is spread out. Now, my question is this: what are some challenges faced when implementing GitLab continuous integration and continuous deployment, and how can they be addressed?
Okay. The main and basic challenge is how to write YAML file for pipeline of the GitLab. Here, I have uploaded the code, and you can see there is as Elvis was asking that how this connect with the containerization and how this CI connects with the application. All the things are in our Docker file. In the Docker file, we write all the things, and Docker compose file, we write all the things what are going to be happening and what we want to be do over there. And today we are focused on the .gitlab CI. That is the basic challenge that we have to face whenever we get into continuous integration. We have to write all this file by ourselves. And there is, although there are tools are available, but on the GitLab that we have to create this file ourselves. Even all the stages we define over here one by one and pass it further. And let me show you, I have the code that I have already did this all the things for you people. Second thing, what are the challenges? The main challenge is in CI is the containerization. Main challenge is this: how ours before putting it onto our server, how that is being containerized. If I show you our GitLab, this is my GitLab server that is on Ubuntu system, and here all the services of the GitLab are being running, and mm, and all the services of GitLab are being running over here in our this system. Let me have some brightness more than this. And this is the server. Whenever we deploy all the things over here, after that, we write some code, and this code is going to be deployed to our, that is placed in our repository, right over here. Then we write an other file that is git.gitlab -ci.yml. This file, the GitLab automatically detect this file and consider that a pipeline is available in this project. But the the major task, one is the containerization, second is the GitLab CI and YML creation, and third is the runner. Runner is a server where we deploy our, that is being used for the you can say the runner server is used for the computational power for for making the build, for making the container, for making all the computation, whatever we are performing, that is being performed on a server, and that server is called runner. Before creating the GitLab CI YML, that third, I say, the major task is defining a runner. Right now over here, if we go into the admin area and CI/CD, and over here go to the runner, you can see there is online one runner is there, and its owner is the administrator, and its tag is default. That is the major thing, tag. We call this runner by a tag. We use this runner using this tag. Right here, its name is default. I added this runner because I have not run the entire job. Let me see our application. Okay, let's see that you can see this pipeline failed. When the pipeline files detected by the GitLab, it runs this code and try to run this code on the runner, and with the commit of PHP website uploaded just now. And what was the failure? That was the build. That is the CI. Build was failure. Let's go and see the log of this. Docker login was successful. I will go what was the build was failed because Docker build website commit SHA. The job fix it is as AIU Docker file, no such file or directory. It doesn't find the Docker file in our AIU test here. It doesn't find the Docker file and say I cannot containerize this application using your pipeline. And first, let's go and find where is the Docker file. If we go here, in the folder, I have copied the Docker compose and Docker file, but that was not uploaded. But that was not uploaded on our GitLab. Why that was not uploaded? That was due to the git ignore. If we don't want to track any changes of any files, we create the git ignore file. Git ignore file does not it does not push those files which are not required. For example, the logs files or some configurations files which are not required for our server. We put it in the git ignore file. And let's go and we can change it using Visual Studio. Let me go into the Visual Studio code and find the git ignore file right here. And here is written Docker file and Docker compose file. And I just commit this using hash or delete this even that don't upload this and save this file. And on the left side of source, that is a git that says that there are one changes over here. I say okay, git ignore updated and commit and push. That the commands I was giving from the command prompt on the Visual Studio, you can see we have a button. We just commit and push. We can commit and push over there. It says some changes are there. First of all, you have to sync the changes, then you can push. Let's sync it. Okay, and let's see if there is. You can see. Let me refresh this. In the git ignore files, still the changes are not being depicted over here. That means now I have to upload it and git update it, and this is format, create the empty comment and send it, sync changes. Okay, that is taking more time. And okay. That is the file git ignore, and I have to make changes. Oh my goodness. I have to make changes over here, save it and close it, and then open git bash here, git add dot git commit space -m and upload it for ignore and git push. 3 files insertion over there, and let's go and refresh this. You can see git ignore is being updated, and if the git ignore is being updated, then you can see a Docker file is available here. And the Docker file is a file that is being used by the pipelines for containerization of the application. If you open the Docker file, it says from the PHP version take the PHP version 8.2 and copy all the files in the HTML over there, and after that runs a PHP extension, install MySQL, a few commands that should be required for PHP to run the application, and change the ownership for this, and then finally expose this application on port 80 and 443. This is the Docker file for this code, and this code is dependent on more than one file, more than one container. So the Docker Compose is there. If we talk about the version and services, do you know it depends upon DB, it depends upon WW services and PHP services, and all these three containers are being created whenever this pipeline runs, and whenever that can be run on the local system, that can be run on the local system, that is being tested on the local system, then we forwarded it to the git for CI. And if we talk about this CI file, CI file, there are stages like stage build, test, and deploy. Today we are focused on the stage build. If we talk about the stage build on the next stage, and this say docker login into the Docker repository, Docker registry, as the Docker hub is also a registry where the containers are available for our use. But I am using here our own repository that is being created in our system. So stage is the build. This is the build stage for this. This is from the build stage. Okay, then that the tag, that is the runner. I have told you, if doesn't find the tag, then you cannot run this CI/CD pipeline will not run if doesn't have the runner assigned to this project. I have created a default runner and assigned all the projects, and any projects can connect you to this runner. Runner is the computational resources that is being provided to this. And if we go to the next step, that is the script. That is the script mean any bash command, cmd, or any other command that runs over our runner or over our computational system. And in the computational system there is already our files are available, and these files these files, all the actions are performed on this file. If we talk about Docker login, and that is the username and passwords are being saved in for hiding from the common user. These are the DevSecOps practices. For the best practice is this, that you hide the password, you create some variables inside the getting into the journal, and you can create some variables. Username, password is saved over there, and call the variables from there. And this is the locally declared variables, and these are in variables. These are being provided by the GitLab, and that the GitLab here I am asking it that tell me where is the project directory right now. Where are you? I will show you right now. If whenever we run the pipeline, and let's check. For this pipeline to run again, we go to the build and go to the pipelines, and you know this pipeline is being running. And because on every upload comment, pipeline starts running. If we go onto the pipeline and status, you can see there is a Docker login first, then build job, and then push to the registry. These are the three files these are the three stages that is being used for the CI. Let's go again to our pipeline so that I can show you from there that we created a stage build. Then after that, this you can know, this is the Docker login. And if we go there, the Docker login, and if we click on the Docker login, a screen shows that how it runs. It says first I proceed towards, and I get all the codes over there at GitLab runner positions, and try to log in the registry with the local user and password, and also giving me the warning that your password is very insecure, and but says login has been successful. If login is successful, there is a green tick mark that this stage is completed successfully. And then second command is given, echo show me where are the project directory, and it's showing that that this is the project directory held over there. I have copied this and I have go to the and this is my GitLab, and runner is also running over here, and I go over here. Hope all can see this. I say cd space show me this. No such file or directory. Where is this? Is it DevOps? Yes. There is the runner that is running over here, that these files are available on our GitLab, and these should be available. I don't know why these are not showing me. Let me show. It should be here. These might be some rights issue, because I am using some VPN to connect this. Okay, but this file, that whole project is placed over there, and then the next CI pipeline is running over there, and it's saying that I have completed. Let's have a short and brief, fastly see what is going over there. What happens to when its build job is being created? It goes to the build with the Docker, build the file with the comment and show Docker file using the Docker file. First was the error Docker file was not available, and now inside the Docker files there were the 8 stages, and from the PHP 8.0 connect and download this version, this image, and copy all the files inside. And these all the things are written. These all the functions it has performed over there, and all the stages are being written in our Docker file. This is the first stage: run AMD rewrite, then enabling the mode and securing this, and then on the last CMD foreground run this container, and this is exposed 88443. So this pipeline, what this did, uh, it created a USC website container with the hash of 9631AA19. And if I get into we are getting out of time, and on the third stage, you can see it pushed this container into the repository. Now we have created a container of our application using the Docker file, over just giving these 4 commands over here, just giving these 4 commands: Docker build, and it with the Docker file, and it's forwarded it to the Docker file, and it goes to the Docker file, and Docker file created the container for us, and this container is visible in our client also. Where this goes, let me show you in our client. This is the Kubernetes client, and if I say Docker images, you can see many images are available because this is a server that 4 minutes ago USC website image was created and with the tag of this, and 4 minutes ago that tag with that image was pushed into the local registry of my local registry with the tag of 9631EE19. You can see over here this tag is being pushed over here with the digest. This is the same tag and that is being pushed into our server repository 963EA19. So now this image is available, that is being created. 926 MB image is being created, that is the website image that is running. That in our next lecture we will learn how we will continue to deploy this. Presently we have created a CI file over here and that used to deploy our application in the further next steps. That's all right now. Any question, please?
We do have a question. Let's go to Ismail.
Sir, thank you, sir. From the presentation, I learned that CHI, which is continuous integration, is in use. But I want you to explain this. The initial question I asked about pipelines. So I want you to throw more explanation to that, which is the organizing and the managing pipelines in GitLab. So I want you to briefly explain that before we close.
Okay. If we want to create a pipeline in the GitLab, we go over here pipelines, and then we create here a YML file, because I have placed already YML file, so it consider it by default a pipeline file and working and creating and working on this, and shows that the pipeline detected, and let's start the pipelines. Number one thing. Number two thing, that was the default tag. That was what I says you, that it was the runner. The runner is the second main thing. We have to configure the runner on our somewhere, some machine that is being used for the resources, where this all the actions are performed, logging in and creating the Docker images, etc. These are the basic needs.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes,
All right.
yes,
Now we go to Jima Musa.
yes, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My question on the GitLab, all the links from GitLab, because I'm seeing a lot of links.
Sorry.
The
Can you
link,
please repeat?
the GitLab, the use of the GitLab.
Do you have the link to use GitLab?
Right now you can search on our AIU website, and there I have given 2 lectures, one on GitLab and one on containerization. And because this was on the continuity of our previous lecture, that's why maybe some confusion or some understanding if you want to get, that is available on our resources at our website. You
Yeah,
just
because
have to
I'm
search
seeing,
GitLab.
yeah,
GitLab
I'm seeing a lot of
with my
link.
name.
I'm seeing a lot of link. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Elvis.
Hello. Okay. Thank you very much. Is that Mr. Siddiq? I think this programming language at least needs quantum physics to grasp everything. Yeah. It seems that it means quantum physics. But the way you've said in terms of this the lab. So when it comes to now integration, specifically at the tail end, and you have chosen an app, what is normally the basic criteria or protocol to approach that at the end of the day?
You know, I hope in my next lecture on the end, we will see all the things that these were the center of our, uh, you can say this was the center of our DevOps journey, because here I can't show you all the because I can't show you all the final destination. On our destination will be shown on the CD CD environment, where we first we will create a Kubernetes cluster, and our program, whatever the program containerized, forward it to the cluster. And
Uh,
you have to work hard for getting all the things, because if you say something in the plate, that is not be available anytime. Thank you.
okay. I is a good when it comes to ICT. When you meet an Indian, he's either a doctor or an ICT guru. So when it comes to the final products, when you're selling an application software to Africa, do you have as the standard the way, or is it you sell direct the whole software, or you have developing you develop tools on the ground, or when you send the whole module at the same time?
Sir, this all the things are on depends upon the client requirement. First of all, we take the requirement from the client, what client wants from us. If that wants the only code of the website and wants to put it on the server himself, we just write the code and put it in a USB, or forwarded it in a mail to this gentleman. If that wants to from us that we have to deploy this code, or we have to deploy or automate this code continuous deployment, then all on the requirement phase we take all the data, and that depends, and the budgeting is also dependent on requirement gathering data. That is the complete field. uh, that is the long story comes to a short. That depends upon the requirement.
Thank you, Signor
Thank you.
Eduardo. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, Ma'am Farzana.
Try again. Bibi Faziana, try again to activate your microphone.
Okay.
No? Okay.
Well, hello,
You have a
everybody.
question?
No, no
Uh,
question. My niece is next to me, so he's a bit waiting for me to look after her.
All right.
I'm sorry,
So
I'm
then
sorry.
we'll go ahead and move on to Bokan.
Yes,
okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Yes, Doc, I'm having one question here. Can we use GitHub to store and analyze data, especially the health-related data? And how can we collaborate GitHub with other softwares that analyzes research data on the field of health science? Thank you.
For GitLab is not used for analytic purposes. We cannot use GitLab using the analytic purposes, but we have to. This is the free version. Whatever we have installed over here, it's a community version. If you want to take some analytics from the GitLab, it's not supported at all. You have to create some Power BI reports or something else. You have to use other tools. GitLab is only used for versioning control systems.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you. Please.
Okay, the next question is going to come from Ulufemi. Hello, hello.
Yes, thank you very much, my professor. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, please.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your inspiring lecture. Please, my question is, can we use this operation to manipulate or change the control system of a drone or of a missile? That's my question. Thank you.
Please, again, please. Can you please?
You want me to repeat?
Yes, yes, I want to repeat you, please.
Yes,
again.
I think I will use this operation. I mean, this programming which you have demonstrated.
Yeah.
Can we use it to change the control system in a drone or in a missile?
Sir, we can change, but we have to. In my 1 year ago, I have given lecture on this on the information security on how to hack the drone. Basically, that was I have to your lecture on this. You can see over there, but we can change programmatically drones. We can take the controls of any unmanned aerial vehicle or any missile systems, but that is a very hard and we have to get into deep dive into what the technologies and techniques are being used by our enemy. So if we get into the drones or some missile systems, that will take so much time, I think so. Okay.
Okay, now we'll go to Ismail, has a question again.
Sir, you mentioned that it can be used with other tools. So I have a question on that. How does GitLab facilitate integration with external tools for continuous integration and deployment?
Yes, GitLab has its own feature and that is used for creation of pipeline, continuous integration, and continuous deployment. But other tools are also available in the market, like Jenkins, Puppet. Jenkins just take Jenkins is used for creating the pipelines, code pipelines and data pipelines. These are used to create the pipelines. Just ask that what is your version, what is your versioning control system IP, what is your project name, and what is your branch. Then it asks that please and even here in GitLab, it's very difficult to create the pipeline, but in using the Jenkins, just we push drag and drop and it is very easy to create the pipeline Jenkins. Jenkins are also a tool that is used for CI and CD.
Thanks.
So,
Thank you. Thank you, Ismail and Olufemi. Thank you for your question. Now we go to Bibi Faziana. I think you were asking for some clarifications before.
Yes, I think from the beginning, are we using all these software data to produce a website on AIU, for example, what you show as example? Is that the main goal for this software programmation?
The main purpose of this
The
software
ultimate goal
is,
for this?
let me explain. Two
Yes.
goals are there. One is the version control. This GitLab provides the versioning control. That if we change a code that is being saved in the in this our server, number one thing, we have the central repository, and number second thing is this, that when we forwarded the code from our developer machine towards the server machine, then it automates this process. No need to copy the files and send it to the server and configure over there. Automate everything, just one click, data will transfer to the server, and your web application or your software will be refreshed automatically, and with new features are available on the runtime. Okay.
Is GitLab is something you have to get into and work with and develop your skills? So it's a steep learning curve to learn how to use it. Let's go to Rose Mensa.
Yeah, because to find out this topic, I'm a bit confused. I don't know whether it is a programming language or because I've been hearing something like pipeline and some technical names. Can you please throw more light on what is it about?
So the question
understand
is Rose is asking for just, what is the topic of this class? She wants to understand, how are you using GitLab and for what?
Okay, we are using the GitLab for continuously integration. If continuous integration is something, all the steps we have written in our Docker file, all the steps are automated in one command. Just in one command, this docker build -t, this command using the Docker file, and it automate all the near about 13 features of what we have to do manually. These things was automated using 2 or 3 lines. That was the basic topic, that automate the code into the container. Right, today we have automate our code and containerize it using the pipeline. In the previous lecture, we have create the container in this containerization environment that was on the local on our system. But today we have pushed it into our GitLab. Okay. We are now going to automate our deployment.
So the automation, is it automating any process like you are preparing an accounting this information? Is it automating the process in order to prepare an accounting information, or you can use, or is it for a specific a procedure.
Sorry, I can't hear you properly, but I am assuming whatever you are asking about, let me explain a bit that if Facebook is working on your mobile phone and for a few seconds you see that your friend's suggestion or your store or something other one tab is not working, and then you just refresh it and it comes with the new features. How it possible? It is possible using this, using the pipeline. User is using the software and just the runtime, the pipeline changes the whole code from the backend and provide a new code with the new features. And this is automated. Even if we talk about on the previous versions, the Facebook will remain shut down. As you right now, a bank send us a message that our banking, internet banking will be remain off at night from 3 to 4 a.m. for 1 hour. What they are doing, they are just changing the completing the whole code changing. But this automation change the code on the runtime. We doesn't need the downtime. We didn't have any downtime. It just changed the previous container with the new container with the new features, whatever we have written over there.
Okay. Thank you, Rose, for that. You'll have to think about that answer. It is a little complicated, but we are recording this, so you can always go back and listen to the answer later. Okay, let's go to Elvis. This is a deep, complicated subject. There's a steep learning curve to understand how to use GitLab for these particular continuous integration purposes.
Thank you,
Elvis, go
thank
ahead.
you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Lampard. Let me, before I run in trouble because of time, I know. Shafaqat, I have one question for you. I'm curious to know, curiosity killed a rat. In terms of your deployment, where will you say your biggest market is in terms of deployment? Is it in the United States where Dr. Lampard is? Is it in China? How do you navigate this Chinese market in configuration with your protocols? How do you navigate? Where is your biggest market?
Sorry.
So the question is when you're looking at the deployment of this continuous integration, who do you find will value this the most? So who would be your market that you would want to show this to people so they could use it?
Value is that if just write on the Google DevOps engineer, and then you will know what is the value of DevOps engineer. Whenever a website is running and you know a hit comes 1000, more than 1000, and system automatically create a new virtual machines, create a new container and start serving the user or crash the system. When the system crashes, what happens? Oh, website is down. Whatever, even a small organization's systems are down, operations are down.